we're just constantly bombarded in the news with fear, but the reality is there's actually even more great and exciting and amazing things happen in the world, but they're not going to get covered in the news because fear is what sells. Fear is what controls people. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jonathan White. I'm here to help you master your sexual energy so that you can magnetize your ideal life. So, semen retention and the coronavirus. You're probably thinking, how could these things possibly tie in together? Well, don't worry, I'm going to tie these things in together and you'll see the relation. But first of all, so there's been this mass hysteria about the coronavirus lately. It's all over the news. Everyone's talking about, like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. And when you really look into this, it's like, okay, there's been about 2,000 deaths to date from this virus. And that sounds like a scary number when you see it. Oh my God, 2,000 people are dying. It must be terrible. But when you really think about it, so let's look at China. There's 1.3 billion people in China. That's a lot of people. And when you consider that in China, about 64,000 people die every day, of whatever various causes, just that's the normal statistic. Then you place the extra 100 or 200 people on top of that are dying from the coronavirus, it's really not that big of a deal. Not to mention the fact that this is how it's been with so many things. Like I remember back in 2009, the H1N1, the swine flu, was all over the news. Same thing. And did that end the world? No, it really wasn't that much of a bigger deal than the regular flu. Thousands of people die worldwide from the flu. The people who are actually dying from coronavirus are like elderly people who have weak immune systems. So guys, it's really not that big of a deal. Here in America, we're always bombarded with all these news stories of, fear, 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 this war, this attack, this virus, Do you see the pattern here? Before this, it was, World War III is going to start, all these things. And it's really been like this since 9/11, maybe before then. I just didn't pay attention to it as much before then. But it's like, we're just constantly bombarded in the news with fear, But the reality is there's actually even more great and exciting and amazing things happen in the world, but they're not going to get covered in the news because fear is what sells. Fear is what controls people. When someone is living in a state of fear, it changes the chemistry of your body. It changes your vibration. You're vibrating at this really low frequency when you're living in fear. Your immune system is compromised. Your cells don't reproduce properly. And it causes so many health problems. A person who's living in fear is easy to control. So of course, when your whole view of the world is filtered by, I watch this, I watch CNN, so I really know what's happening in the world. Like, come on, when your view of the world is filtered by one or two, a few media outlets, then of course you're just buying into whatever agenda the person who owns that, these huge major corporations want you to see. So think about that for a second and just, relax. Take a deep breath. Spend some time in nature. When you're out in nature, you're not thinking about the end of the world. Everything's calm, everything's peaceful, everything's going to be all right. But when you're living in fear, your body's compromised, you're not able to think straight, and your immune system is compromised. And that's what we tie into semen retention now. So when a man is constantly ejaculating, his immune system is compromised. There was a study done, a scientific study, where they took a group of mice and they were doing various tests on them. What they found was that when these mice were frequently ejaculating, their androgen receptors were actually shutting down. Androgen receptors bind to hormones, they bind to testosterone. And really what this means is that when you're frequently ejaculating, the body shuts down its maintenance work, such as cellular repair, repairing itself, having a healthy immune system. That's compromised because it shifts its priority instead into creating more sperm, because that's really the body's main priority, is creating more sperm so that life can continue, so you can continue to reproduce. But your body doesn't know that you're just, blowing your wad into a tissue every day. Instead of it thinks that you're actually like knocking up a girl or something. So it's like, oh, we gotta make more sperm, we gotta continue the species. So when you stop ejaculating so much, you get back into repair mode. Your body gets back into self-maintenance mode. Your energy increases. Most guys have never gone more than a few days without ejaculating. So if you never have, try it. Just notice how you feel. I guarantee, if you go a week without ejaculating, notice how you feel, and then rub one off even a few times, and then see if you have the same amount of energy. So there's an obvious difference that happens. Many people find that when they practice semen retention, their immune system is much stronger. And it makes sense because you lose a lot of zinc when you ejaculate, and having healthy levels of zinc is a major factor in having a healthy immune system. Since I started practicing semen retention, I very rarely get sick. I have not been sick. I haven't gotten even a cold or anything in over 2 years now. Whereas in the past, I used to catch everything that came around. When I was jacking off to porn every day, I would always catch whatever cold, whatever flus were coming around. I would get sick several times a year, but I have not been sick in over 2 years. And even before then, it was very, very minimal. Like when I got sick, when I was first practicing semen retention, I didn't get very sick at all. It was like nothing. So there's a definite shift that happens when you practice semen retention. So if you're really paranoid, about the coronavirus, then practice semen retention. Your immune system will be much stronger than 99% of other men who are sending their life force into a tissue every day. So thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment below. What do you think about the coronavirus? And make sure you grab my free ejaculation control guide. There's a link in the description below. Have a great day, my friends.